The betting ring is a high-pressure ecosystem where fortunes swing by tens of thousands of pounds in minutes. For the bookmakers on the rail, surviving the day means weathering both a financial onslaught and the physical environment. It is late May at the Epsom racecourse, but the summer weather hasn't arrived. The bookmakers fight freezing temperatures as they prep their pitches. Within this crowd, we find the star sports team setting up under a yellow umbrella, preparing to take on the betting public. This ledger will track their performance in real time. It starts at 0, but over the next 7 races, this number will track every liability and every win as the volume of bets begins to build. Navigating this environment requires managing a constant stream of variables, from the fluctuating odds to the temperament of the crowd, beginning with the opening bell of the first race. In race 1, the team opens their book by accepting several 3,000-pound wagers on the favorite. It is a tactical move, signaling to the rest of the ring that they are ready to absorb significant market risk. By the second race, operational friction sets in. A horse is withdrawn at the start, triggering a Rule 4 deduction. Steve has to manually calculate adjusted payouts while explaining the complex reduction to a line of punters. The physical environment adds to the pressure in race 3. A group of patrons crowds the stand, dropping cash, losing race cards, and blocking the view of the track just as the window closes. Despite these distractions, the team is managing a 15,000-pound liability on the race's favorite. They have to keep their eyes on the ledger and maintain total focus on the math while the chaos of the crowd unfolds around them. An underdog victory secures an early profit, but the grind of these foundational races is simply a prerequisite for the high-volume stakes of the day's main event. The Betfred Oaks brings the heaviest volume of the day. All the public interest is concentrated on the Jolly, the heavily backed favorite that represents the bookmaker's biggest threat. The ledger shows the risk. Large wagers of 12, 15, and 18,000 pounds roll in on the favorite, Elang Elang. If she wins, the team faces a loss of 37,000 pounds on a single race. The horses break violently from the starting gate, and the team's entire day is now out of their hands. They watch as the field rounds Tattenham Corner, where the favorite begins to fade, finding no extra gear in the final stretch. Azealia surges ahead to win at 13-2, instantly liquidating the massive liability sitting on the favorite's name. By absorbing the bets the general public was most eager to place, the ledger swings into a 21,000-pound profit, highlighting the high-stakes reality of fading the favorite. That relief is short-lived. By race 6, the book has become dangerously unbalanced as the team takes on too much concentrated risk on a single horse. After taking 15,000 pounds in bets on a horse named Balmacara, the ledger shows a 23,000-pound liability. Because they have taken almost no money on the rest of the field, they are overexposed. As the horses approach the post, Nick and Flynn scramble to offset this danger. They layer in smaller bets on other contenders, working to balance the weight of the book in the final seconds before the race begins. Simultaneously, a patron collapses in front of the pitch. Medics arrive and commandeer the team's umbrella to shield the patient, adding a layer of literal emergency to the financial pressure. The team stays focused on the screen, recalibrating their final liabilities while the medical staff works just a few feet from the stand. As the final race approaches, the rain begins to fall. The team is currently holding a profit of 49,000 pounds for the day. Seconds before the start, one last large bet comes in, 4,500 pounds on Spanish Star. This creates a fresh 4,600-pound liability right at the end of the day. Rather than slashing their odds or refusing the volume, the team relies on their existing mathematical model. They accept the bet, trusting the weights they have set throughout the afternoon. Spanish Star finishes out of the money. A 9-1 shot wins the final race, and the bookmakers safely clear the day's final hurdle. Maintaining discipline during these final moments, refusing to overmanage the late-day anxiety, is what ultimately protects the accumulated profit. The team packs up their stands and prepares to leave Epsom. They are exhausted from the cold and the 7-race grind, but the day's work is finished. The final tally shows the result. The ledger locks in at a total profit of 51,700 pounds. This profit is the result of emotional regulation. the ability to absorb heavy volume and maintain mathematical discipline while the crowd around the pitch loses its mind.